What's up, everybody? It's David Gray, your lifestyle editor with Livingston Parish News, back again for Tuesday show. Yeah, Tuesday, the worst day of the week, because Monday you just got off the weekend, and the rest of the day you're looking forward to the weekend. But Tuesday always seems to be that one day. But we have a lot of news today. Like I said, I'm David Gray, lifestyle editor with the news. You can find us. You can find all our stuff on our website, www.livingstonparishnews.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. We have a YouTube page. We have a weekly podcast, and we do two shows a day, one in the morning at 7:30 and one in the afternoon right now at 4:30. So let's get started with let's get the first things first out the way. You got your traffic update going on right now, and yeah, it seems to be pretty clear in Livingston Parish, like it was yesterday around this time. It seems like the main traffic that builds up is on Highway 190, close to Eden Church Road in Denham Springs, next to the Denham Springs Walker Library. But if you're coming from Baton Rouge, there's going to be your typical traffic going down I-12 towards Hammond. So if you're coming from Baton Rouge, just be on the lookout for that. Today's weather, if you didn't go outside, then you don't know how hot it is today. But if you're outside, you don't need me to tell you. It's been another hot one today. Right now it is currently 96 degrees, but feels like 107. And the rest of this week, thanks to our friends at BR Proud NBC 33, they have the rest of this week's weather. It looks like it's going to be in the 90s for most of the week. And they also there's some scattered thunderstorms going on the rest of the week until next Monday. So that is kind of the little bit of update. So we'll start with some of today's news. And if you saw, we had some breaking news this morning. BRQ, the popular barbecue restaurant that just opened in Denham Springs last September, closed. They closed permanently. They had opened in the Bass Pro development area last September, and there was a lot of excitement surrounding that opening, but they announced their closure late last night. And Justin Ferguson, the owner of BRQ, who is also a Denham Springs resident, he released a statement saying that they were able to transfer as many employees as they could to the Jefferson BRQ restaurant. But of course, there were some that weren't able to get located over there. He said in this statement that they have interviews set up to find work for those employees that had to be let go whenever the store closed. But yeah, that was a big blow to the Denham Springs food scene. And other news, there's road work. There always seems like there's road work going on in Livingston Parish. This week, Interstate 12 at the Satsuma exit on the on and off ramps at the eastbound exit, they'll have closures on Wednesday and Thursday. That's August 14th through 15th. The DOTD said they'll be closed during those 2 days from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. as the crews lay asphalt for the existing roadway. So the DOTD also listed a couple of alternate routes for people to take so they can avoid those construction zones. The eastbound I-12 motorists, they can take South Satsuma Road north to US 190 or Florida Boulevard, and then go east to LA 63 south to I-12. And then the northbound and southbound motorists on Satsuma Road can take Walker South Road or LA 447 north to US 190 east to South Satsuma Road. So just be on the lookout. Just know that over the next 2 days, exit 19, I-12, it's going to have some road work going on there. So if you can, just avoid that area if at all possible. And some other news, there was the Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office has renewed its search for a woman who's been missing for almost 4 years. Spokeswoman Lori Steele of the Sheriff's Office sent out a press release today saying that they're still searching for Stacy Renee Baham, who she was reported as a missing person August 17, 2015. And Miss Steele said that the Sheriff's Office they release this every year on the anniversary from when she went missing. She was last seen in Ascension Parish and followed by in Maurepas. And the vehicle that she was said to have used was found abandoned and out of gas in Maurepas, actually, in August of 2015. And detectives say she might be going by another name, Stacy Cook. So like I said, the sheriff's office, they're trying to find this woman to bring her back to her family. And if there's anyone who has any information on her, Miss Steele said to contact the sheriff's office at 225-686-2241 extension 1. And so that's it kind of for the news right now. And we're going to go to sports. We didn't touch sports yesterday afternoon, but today there was kind of a really cool story that our sports editor William Weathers posted today about Jalen Cook. He's the Walker High basketball star, All-American, All-State, all everything. He got to actually spend some time with Steph Curry recently at Steph Curry's 6th annual elite camp that he holds in Oakland. Jalen Cook was one of only 33 players who were invited to this. And I mean, the players who go to this camp, it's an invite only from Steph Curry. So it was to be handpicked by Steph Curry, who Jalen Cook put on his Mount Rushmore of basketball players. That was a pretty cool thing. And honestly, one of my favorite parts is how he described Steph Curry in the story. He said it was that there was no Steph wasn't flashy or cocky or anything. It was more just like he was a casual, laid back guy. So if you like basketball, local basketball, or NBA basketball, you want to read this story that William Weathers posted today. It was a really good one. And in other news, from my section, the lifestyle section, there's a Denham Springs couple recently by the name of Sherry and George Bunch who opened their Little Free Library. Little Free Library is a nonprofit organization that they supply portable outdoor libraries to people who want to join their organization. And what they do is once the people get these little libraries, they set them up in their front yard, street corners, and parks. They stock them full with books, and then people can literally just come there and take a book as they please. People can take a book, or they can bring a book, exchange a book. It's pretty open for what you can do, and it's just a way to spread a love of reading, spread a greater focus on literacy. So they opened theirs about a month ago, and I went over there last week, and they had about 60 or so books in this, and a lot of half the books were stuff that other people had brought. So they're really getting a lot of traction with that. And there's over 90,000 of these little free libraries in the world, and this is the first one in Livingston Parish. So it was a pretty cool deal for that to happen. In other news, Christ Community Church of Denham Springs, they're having sort of a special service this week. Everyone knows this week is the 3-week anniversary of the Great Flood of 2016, when a lot of lives were changed during that time, and you saw a lot of churches come together and try to support the community, do whatever they could for the community. And Shannon Easley, whose husband is the pastor at Christ Community Church, she recently wrote a book called Broken and Poured Out that was published in July. And this Sunday at church, she's going to, discuss her church's experience during the flood, and also, talk about the book that she wrote, because that's what the focus is on what her church went through. I talked to her husband the other day, and he said that that church normally fits about 500 people, during regular Sunday service. During and after the flood, they had about 750, close to 800 people there that were there for weeks. I mean, it was a pretty astonishing story. So if you want to hear more about that church's story, like I said, Christ Community Church Sunday, they have two services, one at 8:30, one at 10:30, and Miss Shannon is going to be talking about her church's story then, so be on the lookout for that. And in other weekend news, a popular little event that goes on in Denham Springs every year, Pelican State Credit Union, they put on a free kids bike race, and it's just a way to engage the community. They've put this on. This is their 16th annual one. The only one that they missed was the year of the flood. So usually they draw about 120 or so kids. They're going to be at Abundant Life Church on Saturday. Registration's at 9 a.m. and it's free. That's the best part, is it's free for families to come out there. The kids will be doing the bike race. They'll have a bunch of other stuff going on for the adults and the rest of the family. So if you're in the Denham Springs area and need something to do, you want to get your kids outdoors, this is one of those events that they can have a lot of fun at. So we'll go back through the weather and traffic real fast. And yeah, not much has changed except I-12 just seems to be getting a little worse. It doesn't take long for that to really build up. Traffic weather the rest of this week is going to be into your 90s with it says the highest this week for the rest of the week. It says it should be on Friday, 92 degrees. Granted, Louisiana weather, we all know that changes pretty much every day. So once again, I'm David Gray, lifestyle editor with Livingston Parish News. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. Look us up on our YouTube page. You'll see all of these videos. They get posted immediately onto our YouTube page and to our website. We post every day online on www.livingstonparishnews.com. We have, stories upon stories coming out every day about this community. So online subscriptions are $5 a month, and then we have our print editions that come out every Thursday and Sunday, $10 a month for those. So just look us up, give us a like and share. Y'all stay safe.